everyone, I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what's going on with the cactus and the succulent that I took out of the greenhouse. A lot of these have names and a lot of them don't. Most of them I had purchased from either Home Depot, Orchard, Supplies, Lowe's. So I just wanted to show them to you. I'm not going to name any name. If there's one particular one that you're interested in, let me know. I can definitely get the name for you. But they're all blooming, thank goodness. And my husband's about to ask me a question. So we continue. They ended their work for the day, so some didn't do so well during the winter time, but they're actually, now that it's spring, and a lot of sun and lots of water, they're doing well. This one is Pearl von Newberg, one of my favorite. I'm getting bugs are all over me. When I first saw this one, I thought it was a offshoot, but it's actually a bloom. And that's pretty much what's going on. They're all kind of blooming, so it's kind of nice. But I just want to show you guys some are blooming. That is my favorite. Sorry, that's my shadow. That is my favorite. I started out with cuttings on this one a year ago, and it has completely filled in. It's one of my favorite. Oh, I have a fly that wants to come home with me. This is one of my oldest, well, can't say oldest, probably 3 years old. It's got 2 spikes. Some I have to repot. And in this corner, actually, it's my cactus area. This one's got, they're all, like I said, they're all in buds. I have flies all over me. There's little gnats all over. That one was blooming a week ago. It's getting windy. Look at this guy. I think this is a thumb cactus. Beautiful. It's one of my favorite cactus. This one's also in... Okay, there it is. I think that's as close. I need one of those close-up lens. So I think that's all on this side of that one. It's also one of my favorite Cheveria. It's called a Blue Giant, I think. But I love the the curl. Beautiful. Non-orchid, but this is a dahlia. It's the pink size. I got some eggs in there because something is eating this little poor thing. And this one and this guy, they planted them at the same time, and this one's about the trip. Look how much this thing has grown. It's got lots of bloom on the buds on this one. This one I want to plant in the garden, probably not soon. And this is the Ray of Light, I believe. Isn't she pretty? She survived the winter. She's giving me lots of pups. Excellent. This is one of my favorite community pot. Isn't it beautiful? Lots of stuff growing. I love that one in the back there. I always forgot what it's called. Of course, in the Echeveria. Oh, I'll post the name around somewhere in the screen. All of these stayed outside, and some of them did really well. You see my orchids are out here. And this community pot did really. These are cuttings. I don't know if you can see. I can't see. Ow. I just bumped into an orchid. These are cuttings from the Etsy that I purchased, I think. I think it is Etsy. Some didn't do so well, but some are, they're blooming. Both my agave did really, I repotted and they did really well. I love that. Looks like she has a flower in her head. Oh, another bug. I'm sorry. It's still on me. The fire stick didn't do too well, but it's coming back. There's another agave. Got a lot of pups all over my lighthouse. These guys didn't do too good. Also, that's some other plant right there. It's a baby, and then the other baby's over there. Here's my string of pearls. She actually was in the greenhouse and she bloomed for me, and then she started to not do so well. She started to, as you can see, some are still kind of dying. But I was going to repot her, but I know that I wasn't going to be able to because I'd probably lose half of her little beads. So I just added a little more soil and did a little bit of fertilizer too. That was a week ago, and she seems to be doing really well. So I'm just gonna leave her there since she's doing really good, and she's hitting the ground, so I need to raise her up a little bit more. This is one of my favorite, also one of my favorite community pot. These, sorry, I got a band-aid on the side. That one's got a spike, and then that one also has a spike. As you can see, it's coming from here. This one's got leggy, this particular one right there. So don't know what to do. She's got some pups too, so I may cut her and then just kind of plop her back in there. And this is, I think it's that same bug coming after me. But this is outside the greenhouse, and I need to clean around here. This is the jade that, my main jade up in the front of the house. Okay, Mr. Bug, I don't want to like swallow you during this whole thing. So she suffered during the winter time, but she did bloom for me. But now she's coming back again. I got pepper plants that I started to grow, and more. My mom wants some of this, so I'm gonna have to get her something for that. Sunburst, she's doing really well, and pretty much that's my favorite. I know it's a slice of pie or something like that. Another aloe. And I started this yesterday. Hang on. If you guys grow succulent, you are probably, familiar. Even if you don't, I think you're familiar with Deborah Lee Baldwin. Well, there was another person. Her name is Laura Eubanks. And while I follow Deborah Lee, I tend to watch more of Laura Eubanks videos, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration in terms of what I want to do in my own garden. And she had mentioned that it would be great to have one of these where it's called a community. Well, cuttings, usually you kind of put them somewhere so that they can take off and grow. So this is, that's my toes, sorry. It's outside my greenhouse. It's just a little strip. So I'm using this for cuttings. I just plopped them in there yesterday. I'll probably water either, they get the afternoon sun, which is kind of sucky, but they get something. Hopefully they'll survive, but we'll have to see. but I won't water until maybe later this afternoon because I think they just slightly, maybe I'll miss them because I don't want any of them to die. So hopefully they've already calloused over by this afternoon. So with that, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the succulent and the cacti that were in the greenhouse. I have more in the front, but in the front of the house, but you guys kind of get the gist of what I have, and they're really doing really well. Again, lots of buds, lots of blooms, lots of growth, and can't ask for anything more. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!